Good morning, students of class 9. You are welcome back to the classes now. We are doing the French Revolution in history, and today we are coming to the last portion, the conclusion, and this is the end portion of the chapter, the French Revolution. I hope you are going through each video and going through the book as well, part by part. So the conclusion, today we will do the last portion. There are altogether 8 points I have written over here. We'll go one by one. Listen carefully. While watching the video, rotate the screen, increase the volume and brighten your screen a little bit so that you can hear and see clearly. Number 1. In 1804, Napoleon crowned himself as Emperor of France. Slowly he turned into a dictatorship. Initially he provided the people all democratic rights, but later on slowly he turned into a dictatorship. So he crowned himself as an Emperor of France. Previously we have learned about this. The board of directors and the council of ministers, they were always they clashed each other. There was great disturbance, and he took over this. He dismissed all the representatives, council and directors, and he became the emperor, you can say the head of the France. He conquered many neighboring countries. In history also we have learned that many of the neighboring countries, they wanted to free themselves from the despotic king, and they invited the French army to liberate themselves, their country, from the despotic rulers. But their hopes and aspirations turned just the opposite. So he conquered many neighboring countries and placed there his family members as rulers. So he implemented his new rules and regulations there in those countries where he removed those dynastic rulers, aristocratic rulers. And that we have learned also that initially the French armies were welcomed, but later on soon when they realized, they turned into hostilities. The people turned hostile against the French armies, we have learned. So number 2, French or Napoleon saw his role as a modernizer of Europe. He himself saw that, oh, it is my duty, responsibility to modernize Europe. That's why he implemented his rules and regulations and his methods and ideas. He introduced many laws such as protection of private property, uniform system of weights and measurements, and even the currencies, and many other steps he had taken. And he introduced these laws, or you can say Napoleonic code, everywhere wherever his country spread, or whichever country he occupied. There also he introduced this Napoleonic code. Uniform system of weights and measurements provided by the decimal system, as well as currency and administrative system, everything he implemented there. Number 3, initially means in the beginning. Initially many countries or many people saw Napoleon as a liberator. Liberator means who provided freedom. Liberator, free them. He will help to free the people. People saw Napoleon as a liberator who would bring for people. He would bring liberty to the people. People saw initially in this way, but soon, quickly, people realized he became a dictator slowly, and soon it was viewed as an invading army. Just now I have told you that the neighboring countries people welcomed the French armies, and they saw that they are the harbinger or liberator of freedom, liberator from the despotic rulers. But initially what they thought turned out to be just the opposite, and the people viewed themselves, these French armies, as invading army. Now number 4. Napoleon was finally got defeated at Waterloo. Napoleon was defeated at Waterloo. We have already learned about that. So in 1815, Napoleon was defeated and he was taken as a prisoner to the Caribbean islands. So number 5, many of his measures, steps, whatever steps he had taken, many of his measures that carried revolutionary ideas of liberty and modern laws to other parts of Europe had an impact. It had an impact on people long after Napoleon had gone. Long after Napoleon had gone, his new ideas and methods were implemented in most part of Europe. So, the ideas of liberty and democratic rights were the most important legacy. Legacy means adopted ideas or inherited ideas. Most important legacy, story. The ideas of liberty and democratic rights were the most important ideas or legacy of the French Revolution. The French Revolution has provided the European countries and the world the idea of liberty and democratic rights. And these ideas spread all over Europe, from France to all over Europe and all over the world, especially in the colonies. Now we'll talk about these ideas spread from France to Europe and from Europe to the rest of the world, especially in colonies. And India also, at that time, India was under British rule, and in India also social reformers like Raja Ram Mohan Roy, even Tipu Sultan and many other leaders, they responded to these ideas. They adopted these ideas that has come from French Revolution. So Tipu Sultan, Raja Ram Mohan Roy, etc., many others of India responded to these ideas, and they tried to reform the society before the struggle, unite the society. The way of thinking of the people has to be changed in order to start a mass struggle. So they were the social reformers. They responded to these ideas. This is just an example of India. There are many other people around the world, especially in colonies, who responded and followed those ideas of liberty, sovereignty, freedoms and rights, democratic rights. What is democracy? All these things, they have come from this French Revolution to all over Europe and to the rest of the world. That's why French Revolution is also called the mother of all revolutions. So now that's the end of the chapter. Now we'll have to start next socialism in Russia. So we'll have to learn that also. So we'll finish this here. Now you go through this properly, read the book as well. It took a long time for us to complete this, almost over a month, at least almost a month it took. Since it is a very vast and long and having a various subtitles. So anyway, you go through each subtitle properly and learn properly. Certain questions I have provided, more questions will be provided. We'll see that. So that's all, and we'll meet in the next class and we'll start with socialism in Russia. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you very much for your watching.